Prince William as the patron. Last week, I think, were you playing polo?
Yes, it was, wasn't it? I didn't have much time to see you then, did I?
Yeah, well, how were you? We came behind you, looking fairly exhausted, but it's a strange game, polo.
It is strange, but I still don't know how to play it. It's ridiculous. After all these years, I haven't
spectator sport, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's meant to be a spectator sport, yeah. It's meant to be better spectator.
You can't see what's going on. It's all...
You need to have a massive ball. Think about that ball.
We're busy getting a gospel choir off the ground. Sentebale, Johnson and Brown gospel choir. Floated the idea if they're good enough. Perhaps
Is Roger the #1 man?
Yeah.
Rog, are you doing a gospel choir best caps for the concert? No. In a word, no.
Yeah, that was hovering around anyway, but is whatever. But the concert's great. It's fantastic. Is that work for you, or is that work for?
He's working as absolute.
Is this new sort of pop impresario, music impresario?
Well, yeah. He's going to be the new Live Aid man acting out for this.
Except that when we were doing the lifts, I thought it was scissor hands rather than scissor sisters.
His music knowledge is pretty limited.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid I was showing me at age, and I looked down the people that you just got.
There must have been Duran Duran and.
I know them.
Unbelievable.
I know them. The boy was the concert for Diana, where he's chosen us as his major beneficiary, and that's of course a huge benefit. It's also a benefit because maybe we'll have some young people involved as volunteers behind the scenes.
With William's privileges, wealth, influence and fame, comes a downside.
When William first came to volunteer with us, when he was getting to know us and partly deciding whether he wanted to be a patron, by day 2 there were paparazzi in the cafe opposite when I came out with him, and I was travelling in the car with him. I got a real sense of how it's a goldfish bowl.
The royal family suffers from the media's attention to their private lives, but they need publicity for their working lives, to highlight their causes, to show their use, and above all, to connect with the public.
The Prince is arriving actually by train, and we're going to take a number of press onto the actual platform to witness the arrival. That'll be BBC Television, a PA reporter and a PA photographer. He's due to arrive around about 10:45.
Prince Charles is a champion of the environment, and he has come to Woking, a town which prides itself on its green credentials.
Very excited to see him get off a regular train. I thought that was quite a PR coup. It's the environmentally friendly transport. I mean, he's been hit about that on a number of occasions, and normally even when they do take the train, it's the royal train. So it's a big change for him. It's a canny move, very canny move.
Everybody has an opinion on the royal family.
Who's your favourite?
West Princess Anne.
Biggie Anne.
Yeah.
Really?
She's down to earth.
That's true. She's very normal.
She's one of the only royals at work.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
She's one of the only ones at work, and she works hard as well. Well, don't do much, do they?
Prince Charles has spent nearly 40 years doing public duties, and he's become a professional at working the crowds.
Is it delicious, that thing? What is it?
It's a cup of tea.
No, I'm not. I might get one later. I enjoy people and meeting them.
Oh, bless him.
The awful thing is, I suspect I was merely interrupting their shopping activities.
Lovely to see you. It's lovely to see you.
Well, I hope I haven't disturbed things too much.
No, you haven't.
No, I always rather enjoy dashing into somebody's shop, finding out how they're managing and what the local situation is. Oh, look. How are you? Are you keeping a good eye on the place? Oh, you must come and see as I'm patron of the organisation.
Yes,
we
heard.
Very nice.
Charles, did you give that to Camilla?
I will. Thank you very much. You are thoughtful. It's very kind. They should be thrilled. Oh.
He's been waiting for this for hours.
Very nice people. They're such nice people, they're standing.
The challenge the Prince and his family face is how to connect with a new and often indifferent generation.
They don't really serve a purpose, do they, the royal family? What do they do? I don't see what they do.
Where are we heading for? It's actually been miles, isn't it?
What is his job? Can you tell me? I don't know.
Shall I go start from the bottom?
I would. And it is recyclable paper, so we're all right.
You've done a wonderful job already in terms of how you can reduce the carbon footprint.
Prince Charles has many roles. One job he thinks important is to work behind the scenes to get things done. In this case, a conference for the environment.
I only hope we can help to encourage people just to operate together and talk together for a bit. The secret surely is to find one person whose job it is to pursue all this, isn't it? Of course, there are probably quite a lot of things that have happened which people don't realise as a result of actually having got people to sit down at the beginning of the day. And sometimes, you know, all sorts of worthwhile things can grow from that.
Sir Alan Reid is the Queen's treasurer. The royal finances used to be secret. In response to public pressure, accounts were first published in 1995, and they've made the news ever since. Not so long ago, a palace press conference would have been inconceivable.
Well, we've got all the royal correspondents from national media in this room here. They came in at 9 o'clock. They've been given a copy of the Royal Public Finances Report, which will come out later this morning. It's 127 pages long, so they have a chance to study it and to think about what sort of questions they want clarification on. And this is the one chance in the year they get to actually ask direct questions and for me to make a statement on royal finances to them.
Sir Alan is used to dealing with a sceptical press.
Good morning. I wanted to say a few words about our policy to finance here first. Our key aim is not to try and achieve a low-cost monarchy. What we're really after is to achieve a high-quality, very efficient, very professional, value-for-money monarchy. The second part of our policy is that we are spending, and we realise it, taxpayers' money, and therefore we want to be as transparent about it as we possibly can. In all of that, we are reporting that the head of state expenditure this year was 62 pence per person in the country. And that's not a daily rate, it's not a monthly rate, it's the annual cost of the monarchy.
We're struck, I think, as ever by the travel costs, and whereas it cost the staff of the Prince of Wales £45,000 to recce a trip to the US, it cost the staff of the Queen just £15,000 to recce a trip to Australia and Singapore.
The recce costs reported here at 15,000. The Australian government made a £12,000 contribution towards that. As far as the Prince of Wales trip is concerned, it was a very complicated trip going to the east and west coast of the United States. You can never tell until tomorrow morning's press coverage. I mean, that's really the key judge of it. And even then, you don't really know how the readers of the newspaper are going to take on board the points that the press themselves are saying.
The Keeper of the Privy Purse told us this morning that they're not trying to achieve a low-cost monarchy, but the headline figure is it's gone up from £35.9 million last year.
While opinion polls show that the monarchy remains popular, some claim that they're not worth the money.
We've done a poll that says that 52% of the population don't want to pay any money to them, so whether it's 61 pence or 61 pounds, people just don't want to pay anything towards them.
If you talk to any of the Americans lining the mail, there's going to be loads of them, they'll all say the same thing. Oh gee, we love your Queen. And you ask them, would you like to take her back with you? They'll always say, no, no, thanks, we're happy the way we are, but we just think she's great. She belongs over there with you quaint folks. That's the crunch point for me. We're not quaint folks, this isn't a quaint country. Britain's an incredibly oppressive country, but held back by the nonsense from the past that we allow to kind of dominate our kind of cultural face that we present to the world. Ridiculous. Get rid of it all.
Although the palace is more open about its finances, it chooses not to publish league tables of royal workloads. The unofficial task of totting up the totals is left to a retired insurance broker in the town of Windsor.
The Times gets delivered to this house every single day of the year, including when I'm on holiday. So I think I can say from 1980 to the present, I've never missed buying a copy of the Times. And when I finish reading it, I will cut out the court circular and paste it into a scrapbook. And then I will total up the different engagements that the different members of the royal family do. For instance, visits, then there are opening ceremonies, there are galas, sports occasions, receptions, lunches, dinners, investitures. Every quarter I total that up, so I have a running